I've done a number of these forums, and this is one of the finest as far as organization, so thank you very much. I'm not running for this office of city council because I want to be part of the establishment. I'm not an insider, I'm a citizen. I'm running for this office because I'm just like you. I'm somebody who looks at the city that I love, and I want to give back to the city that's given me so much. I'm not running to tell anyone else what to do, but I'm running so that the citizens of this community can have a voice to power. I'm going to provide my cell phone number that people can access me. In addition, I'm going to do what Alex Fiore did. I'm going to, once a month, be available in a local area where any citizen can come and sit with me and tell me your heart, and your grievances, and your concerns, and your wisdom, and your insights. And so I'm longing to serve you. This is your community. I'm going to represent you if you give me that privilege, and I want to do the best job possible. And so I am so grateful to be a part of this wonderful group of men that are here. The city will be in good hands. And I do want to commend the League of Women Voters with this realization that we must vote. Whether you vote for me or you vote against me, please vote. This is so important in a representative form of government. And I'm grateful for these men, and I'm grateful for all of you. Again, I'm running for city council. I'd be honored to have your vote. I'm Rockwell Clay. God bless you.
And our next candidate is Chase Rashid.
When I decided to run for council, it was based on what happened at Westlake Plaza. I thought that was outrageous, and I said it's time for me to stand up. I had wanted to run for office before. That was one of my goals for the future, but I backed off of it after I saw a lot of the negativity that occurred in politics. I didn't want to be involved in it. But when I saw there were citizens that were not being heard, I said, I got to suck it up and take that there's negativity. You've got to be a fighter. And that's exactly what I am. I am a fighter. I'm going to fight for our old trees. I'm going to fight for our seniors. I'm going to fight for communities that are underserved. I'm going to fight for all citizens. Like I said, one of my goals will be to start a women's commission. Get women more involved in politics. Women often don't get involved in politics, and we've had some great women that have helped lead the city. Claudia Bill de la Pena, Aloha Zena, and Supervisor Linda Parks. Just great, great women. And as I said and before, I'm not a politician. I'm a worker first. I've worked in this city. I've walked up and down Thousand Oaks Boulevard to work 4:30 in the morning sometimes, maybe early. I've done over 10,000 miles in my time in this city, up and down Thousand Oaks Boulevard and various streets. I do what I gotta do to survive, and I'm gonna be a fighter for this city. I'm not in this for me, I'm in this for you. And oftentimes politicians get on their high horse, but what they fail to understand is that we, the voter, are their dang employers. So my name is Chase McGuire Rashid, and I'm a fighter. Thank you.
Fight on!
Dan Rapture.
Folks, 16,000 acres of open space didn't happen by accident. It took men and women over 70 years to put together one piece at a time. Participating in classes like open space acquisition strategies is one of those things that I'd like to be able to continue to do. Point number 2, police and fire. If we don't have safe streets, and you can certainly just open the newspaper and see other places around the country, if we don't have safe streets, then we've got no city whatsoever. But we can't spend more than we bring in. Financial management is absolutely key. You wouldn't spend more in your checkbook at home, so why would a city want to do that? Thousand Oaks Boulevard specific plan could be a wonderful thing if it's done properly, with moderation, not overbuilding. It's going to occur, so let's participate in that. The City Council has recently said, let's have an ad hoc committee. That's wonderful. Get involved, kind of like what you're doing today by showing up. And seniors, such an underserved area. These folks helped to create Thousand Oaks. We can't leave them behind. And finally, if you are all human resources managers at a company, and the City of Thousand Oaks, I mentioned before, has fixed assets of about $1.2 billion, annual revenues of about $180 million. If you were a human resource manager, your job would be to select the person with the best qualifications, training, education, and credentials. Of all those things involved, Dan Roundtree has those. I've got the passion. I've been a resident for 26 years. I've volunteered in virtually everything you can think of and run most of those organizations. With your help and support, I'll continue to make this the greatest place to live in the country. I'd like you to support Dan Roundtree June 2nd for your council. Thank you.
We have some important announcements. This is being aired live, but it will be rebroadcast on TOTV. In Thousand Oaks, the TOTV plays on Channel 10 if you're a Time Warner subscriber, and Channel 3 if you're Verizon. It'll repeat 4 times, and I have a copy of this for all the candidates, but Saturday, May 2nd at 3:30, Sunday, May 3rd at 9 p.m., Saturday, May 9th at 10 a.m., and Sunday, May 10th at 10 a.m. To put on a forum like this takes a large number of volunteers, and I also want to commend and thank the City of Thousand Oaks, the council, the manager, the staff. But we have with us Richard and Jonathan, who have been extremely helpful in putting this on, and they deserve a round of applause. I'd like to thank the AAUW volunteers. We are very proud to sponsor this and other forums with them. They are a bedrock of the community as far as what they do, and they all deserve our praise as well. We were pleased to have with us tonight